Hi guys, now obviously I've got my pyjamas on and I just realised that it's Monday and I should have done some videos for you, so rather than go get clothed, I just thought stuff it. I've been trying to teach people in the team to just put a video out there. It doesn't matter whether it's good, bad or indifferent, just get out there and put it on there and get over the fear. So I'm going to move on. Now, yesterday you would have got a video on getting your gravatar for commenting, and that's the start of the series of videos that are going to come out about commenting. So hopefully you've got your gravatar, because that's going to really help. So sales, sorry, that pen is shocking. Sales will come from your exposure. Alright, because it's all about exposure, exposing your product, your business, the services that you have. So if you're not exposing your business to, sales, they're not going to happen. It's pretty simple. So the more you can do that, the better. Now, if you've got a business that is, a store, and a lot of people are doing it now. So you've got a store, you're actually confined to the amount of people that can come in the door. A lot of them are selling back end off their websites, the products that are actually contained in their store, or they're selling products that are actually coming direct from a supplier to you. Alright, so that's really great, business sense is to be able to do that, so you're not confined to the people coming into your store. Now, the exceptions to that are like your corner store. We call them dairies in New Zealand, so when your dairies, there's not a lot that they can do. But there are some things that, business owners have got great knowledge about how to run a store, and they're not taking advantage of that knowledge. And personally, I feel like it needs to be passed down. And a lot of the generations now are, we're losing that incredible wealth of knowledge that especially is in the baby boomers years. And a lot of their succession plans, their children don't want to take over their businesses, so they're not able to hand all of that that experience down to the next generation. And it's more accepting when you're a family member or a very close employee and you take over someone's business, is that one-on-one and that personal contact to hand down all the little tidbits that you're not going to get out of a video or out of a book. So it's it's kind of sad. So here's a way that you can actually start doing that, and that is by putting up videos about your experience and your knowledge and passing that on to the next generation, whether it's for nothing or whether it's for $5, it doesn't matter. I feel there's so much information in our graveyards around the world. It's such a shame they didn't have the technology we have now, because I just really believe that we'd be moving a lot further ahead than we are. We seem to sort of have stopped a little bit and lost human touch, and technologies, children are texting too much. So if you've got a business, there is potential now to put that into an electronic form and actually sell the knowledge you have about your particular business. Even if you document it, and leave it for further generations, it's great. But as I mentioned in earlier videos, your sales funnel comes in here. You have all of your customers coming in. Opt-in, like the website I told you, opt-in, and they all go in here and they get a thank you note, and you send them a small value or a free valued product, right? And that product's generally digital, as I've mentioned before. So as they come through, you're going to get, anywhere between 2 and 6 and 4%, depending on the quality you get in, and then you're going to be left with these customers that are in here. So that's the same as in a store. You're going to get people coming in, a certain amount are going to sell, and out they're going to pop, which is really fantastic. So particularly with commenting and getting your gravatar, is you can actually increase the amount of sales on the net, and you only have to do it once. So when you go into any network and you go and use your gravatar with your little picture in it and you leave a comment, that's actually embedded for time with that link, that particular link that goes back and feeds back into your funnel. So once you've done that, it's fantastic. You don't have to do that anymore. You've got a permanent fixture there. It's not like a newspaper. It can't be thrown away. It's, you know, it's kept on the net and in the ether forever. So with commenting, you would have seen the Gravatar when I left the comment and I had my picture next to it. It went and flipped down and I put the website in, and it had picked up the latest blog, which is the tip 2 video. So it picks that up and leaves it in there. So when someone's reading, having a look at that, you know, you've got a good chance the exposure of your business is sat there ready to go, which is fantastic. So when I mentioned earlier about social media and advertising, you know, on the sides of social medias, there are the common ones you have is YouTube, obviously, where I'm housing all of these videos right now, so that they're publicly, you know, available. Facebook, Twitter, Dig, professionals, there's LinkedIn, which is a growing professional place, and there are certain things like Squidoo, lenses. What else did I have write down? And then on the side is article marketing, which is an SEO ploy, but same kind of thing, you're leaving it in there. And then you've got your network associations, you know, that you're members of. The Chamber of Commerce, they now have, you know, they've got websites there where you can go and interact. Now, social media is really where, you know, it's just two or more people interacting. And that's what networking is about. So all these sites that are set up, you are putting in your little comment, your little photo, you link back to your site, which pulls in the sales funnel, and you're having 24/7 information out there about you or your business or your product or your service. So in this particular type, it's very different from when I spoke to you about the social media advertising. You know, don't go inside these places and you know, hammer your product. Because it's about people interacting with people about everything in their life. Now, there are a few, like Facebook and LinkedIn in here, you actually have to be a person. You can't actually register as a company. These guys here, you can register as a company and put your company name in. And there are features in YouTube, Dig, in your Squidoo lens, that you can actually put in a comment in here, and it will spit it out to Twitter and Facebook. So you go to YouTube, it will spit it out to Twitter and Facebook as well if you automate that. And I think there's about 5 networks that they interlink with. So it means that when you put that content out there, is that you can do it once here and it'll go to 5, but you need to set up profiles in those 5. And then you need to, you know, interact. So, you know, how does everyone on these internet marketers go and do all of this stuff all day? Well, they spend all day, every day, posting an article, sending it off to some software to spin it and send it off to several, you know, hundreds of places. So they've got their links everywhere. And then they're also interacting with what they call their favourite place to hang out. So, you know, not everybody's on YouTube, I know, because I've asked 1,000 people to put their YouTube up and only one person did it last week, so that's interesting. They go and watch, but they wouldn't put their face on there. There's more there, you know, Facebook is the biggest network that there is, but remember, it's a social, all about, you know, what you're up to in your life. It is not a place to hammer people about your business. You get a fan page for that. So that was just to give you an idea about commenting, putting your link in, linking it back to your site, and having that silent salesman going 24/7 for you. I've got some software that can actually do, you know, quite a bit of this, and it's, what is it? I think it's $60 a month, and it will spit to all these places here. So why would you sit here and fill in to all of these when you can get some software to do it all? And I love software. So yes, you're going to have to set up profiles, yes, you're going to have to learn to do some technology, but technology saves time. So make the decision to start commenting, And that's the way to expose your business yourself, and hey, that's what it's all about. It's exposure. Remember, sales is exposure. So I'll just make sure I haven't, there's one more piece of information I wanted to pass on to you as well, and that is with content. Now, there's a fallacy out there that duplicate content is a no-no, right? Don't worry about it. So if you've written a story and put an article out there somewhere that's got something about your product, whoever the search engines find to be the first person to get that information, they're not going to say, oh, naughty, naughty, it's duplicate content. Don't worry about it. You can cut that out and go put that in your personal network or your Lions Club or, your local community news, because that news, they may be able to learn from it as well. So if it's a simple wee, how to do something, put it over there. Please don't feel as if you've got to just put it in one place. Use it to your advantage. Put it into your network while you're posting it up and leaving a comment somewhere. So that's about it. So now we're going to start going through the profiles and just working out little bits and pieces on how you set up your profiles in each of these areas as quickly as I can. So I don't want these videos to be too long. So hey, I'll see you very soon. Bye.